Oh, good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking this precious time of your morning to be on a collective, a collective, let's say, tribe or a collective consciousness, because where there's two or more, there, as you know, the saying goes, there is Christ in the midst of us. So I think we have the numbers right, and I so appreciate you being here. And I just, as always, just want everyone to relax. You know, it can be so simple. Meditation can be so simple, and then somehow we our minds get involved in it. It's not quite as simple as it can be, but it can really be simple. It's about, as Yogananda said, if you can relax completely, you will know God. Yeah, isn't that something? And if the mind could be still and know that you are God, right? It's not saying that you need to go out and do a bunch of stuff or, do a performance today and think that, okay, I did my duties today and helping out the world or whatever, mindset you have around it. It's simpler than that, my dears. Yogananda said this, one of the most beautiful things, I think. One of my favorite things he said. And he said, there's a personal relationship. There's a personal relationship in your search for God, which is greater than mastery over the whole science of yoga. Huh. There's a personal element. That means this is between you and you, because your you is God. My me is God, nor do I recognize any other me but God Himself, right? Says St. Catherine of Genoa. So let's relax and just let God maybe even take over the reins. There's not you that can control your life. There's no way. The more you try, the worse it gets. So let's just pretend that we are yogis from many lives, and we're here and we tap in with each other, and it's just a surge, a network surge of light and power and love and peace and brotherhood and sisterhood, and everything that unites us together is divine, is divine. So let's just do that and close your eyes. And I just want to just remind us today of some things of how special we are, how special we are. So let your breath come in as the gift of life and as the gift of a remembrance of what we're talking about. But this is personal. So whatever we say don't matter. What you're cognizing on the inside of you, what your mind is maybe saying to you right now, what your heart is feeling right now. That's everything. It's called awareness, my dears. The mind is like a derivative. It is not, it will not give you the essence of you, but your awareness will. So just sit here with the relaxed awareness that God is you. How's that? All right. And now I'll emphasize a few things just so that we can maybe get the wow factor going. What is wow? WOW. Witnessing outrageous wonders. Yeah. What did Einstein say? You can look at life in two ways. One is everything's a miracle, and number two, everything is not a miracle. All right. So we're going for the miracle today. But I want you to just get a load of yourself as you hold the space of being in a personal connection with your beloved right now. That's really important. Don't mind me. Don't even matter if you understand the words or you want to listen. Really, really, it's more important that you have your time with God in these minutes that we have on this meditation line. That's more important. I don't. I just. And when I say words, I'm more about the frequency. I'm more about the feeling. I'm more about what I'm experiencing on the inside. That's all that is, and it's a frequency. It's a consciousness. So it's just there to trigger maybe the same experience in you because we are truly united as one. But I want you to hear a little bit about yourself. in a way that you never heard about yourself. You carry, each one of you carry the earth inside your body. You carry the earth inside your body. And on the days you do not believe yourself to be sacred, understand that the iron in your blood, that the iron element in your blood could have come from the heart of a volcano, could have come from the heart of a volcano. And the water that makes you, you're mostly water, as you know, and the water that makes you is borrowed from a hurricane. And we think that we don't have enough power within us to rev it up today in a divine way, right? When the water that makes your body could have come from a hurricane. And maybe you forget sometimes how deeply connected you are to the trees outside your home. Maybe we just forget that we're breathing that beautiful, prana coming from the leaves of the trees and the trees themselves. That pure oxygen, that pure, beautiful breath of life, right? We just may have forgot that we're deeply connected to the trees outside our home, my dears. But there is a chance that the oak tree and you were both made from the bones of the same star. There's a good chance that the oak tree and you were both made from the bones of the same star. Some may call that mundane, but it is the closest thing to magic that we will ever get. Is what we're really made of. So be with that for a moment and be still and know that you are God and feel that it's not just a one-way personal relationship with truth. It's a two-way. It's a divine relationship that is eternal. So let's just dip into our first period of silence and experience what we experience. Okay. I have a feeling that it's going to connect us all in a way that we may not quite get the depth of, but we know it's deep, that we are all connected as a brother and sister from many lives, joined up again in this short season of life that's left over for us. Whatever's left over for us, we're going to maximize and feel the connection and feel the brotherhood and the sisterhood right here, right now. So let's go within. And perhaps we've all forgotten, or at times have forgotten, how important one solitary life is. In other words, we matter. You matter. I matter. She matters. Everything is sacred. I would say that's the beginning of that we matter. You're not one in a million, my dears. You're one in over 3 billion. You're one in over 3 billion. The entire universe conspired for you to exist. The entire universe conspired for you to exist exactly, exactly as you are. Exactly as you are right this minute. So, no matter what you have believed about yourself before this moment, I want you to know this: you matter deeply, deeply. You have something uniquely special about you. And I mentioned this to my sister Lisa yesterday. Don't ever be ashamed or feel like whatever it is that you're inspired about and passionate about, and that maybe some others may not understand it or whatever. No, this is exactly how you matter, is in that special way that brings that passion, that brings that enthusiasm, that makes you want to sing out to the world, that you want to just share what goodness you feel in your heart and things like that. You matter deeply. You have something uniquely special about you. And I'm talking now, every soul on this planet. You have something so uniquely special about you that can improve our entire shared reality field, the quantum field that we're all really truly a part of, the divine consciousness, that we have something so uniquely special about us that can improve our entire shared global united world reality field. Allow any and all doubts of that to melt away right now. Allow any and all doubts of that to melt away right now. And instead, honor the gift of life you've been given, my dears. Honor yourself and the gift of life that you've been given. And get curious. And get curious about what unique frequency you hold. Get curious about. Someone may say, wow, he talks a lot, or she gets too excited, or whatever, whatever. Forget that. Forget what people say and what people think. It has nothing to do with the truth of you. And most importantly, you have to honor this gift of life you've been given and get super curious about what unique frequency you hold that is yours to give. That is yours to give. Your gift to the world, my dears. No one else can be like you. No one else can smile like you. No one else can bring light and love like you. and kindness and awareness and on and on. No one can. And that's why you need to get super curious about that unique frequency and, let's say, idiosyncrasies that we have. That's those little quirky things that people might, get a hold of and start, you know, talking too much about them. The more you honor yourself for who you are authentically, the more you and I honor ourselves for who we are authentically, the more unique the gifts will naturally, and we could say supernaturally, reveal themselves. So just relax. Just relax. And let these words, or more importantly, the vibration and frequency of what you're listening to right now, take you over. You are matchless. You are one of a kind. You are oh true unique, are the words Yogananda uses. Oh true unique. And let him begin to transform you from the inside out right now in this next period of stillness. And I want to treat you a word, to a word for starters. and then a quote. And the word first is that you are stoic. Your trueness to yourself, your honesty with yourself. You're allowing yourself to be this unique, one of a kind, a special connection that no one else has with the divine you are. But you are stoic in dealing with today's chaos. You're stoic in dealing with today's turmoils. You're stoic in dealing with today's anxieties and what seems to be completely lies and falsehoods and not necessarily the best for humankind energies. You are so stoic in maintaining that trueness with yourself. And so I'm going to give you a quote now to meditate on, which really sums up what we're focusing on this morning, that which maybe you wouldn't have if you didn't come to this meditation. Think of yourself in these divine cosmic terms that we've been mentioning. So the Stoic quote is from Seneca, a great philosopher, a great Stoic in his own rights, a wise, a wise soul. He said this: true happiness is to enjoy the present moment. True happiness is to enjoy this present moment without anxious dependence on what's coming next, also called the future. Without anxious dependence on the future. He goes on to say, not to amuse ourselves with hopes or fears, not to let our minds wander off with our hopes and fears, but to rest, completely satisfied, because you know who you are, a true Stoic, a diamond in the rough. And you rest satisfied in what you have. You are satisfied in just what you have. And all that is born because you know who you are, a child of the infinite. It makes sense that you're a Stoic because you know who you are, a child of the infinite. So you're satisfied exactly as you are and what you have, or not upset if you don't have it. Then you feel sufficient. Satisfied, sufficient, which then makes you someone who wants nothing, who needs nothing, satisfied, sufficient, self sustainable, powerful, motivated by truth, moved by the Spirit, keeping step with the Spirit, as we talked about yesterday. Wanting nothing, my dears, nothing. And then he concludes by saying the greatest blessing of mankind and womankind, the greatest blessing of mankind and humankind, those blessings are within us and within our reach. It's you. You are the blessings. And of course, you're within your own reach. And finally, he says, a wise person is content. A wise person is content. Santosh, santosha, Sanskrit word for contentment. A wise person, and that's you, my dears, because you know yourself, is content with her and his lot, whatever that is, whatever it may be, without wishing for what she or he doesn't have, and not wishing for that which you don't have. You're full with the Holy Spirit. You're filled with the almighty power of God. You live for one thing, to be a channel for God's love to flow through you, and to even the most minutia, what some would say is inconsequential. There is no inconsequential anything. You live for that divine spirit that is everything and anything, but mostly that it is you, and you are spirit. Let's just conclude our meditation with some deep acknowledgments within ourselves. And closing our meditation, some of you maybe have seen the painting of Christ knocking at the door, but there was no handle on the door, but he was knocking on the door. The handle's on the inside of our hearts. So, in conclusion, let's swing open the door of our hearts and allow the full inflow of God's presence to pour into us, so it can overflow into our world. And especially those folks, people, partners, wives, husbands, friends that you associate with on a regular basis. Especially let it overflow first to them. Because oftentimes we can, in our own forgetfulness of who we are, pure stoics, pure pillars in the heart of God's creation, let's make sure the overflow goes to those that God has given us to be a friend to us, to help us out, to be a caregiver, to be someone who's just a true friend. Let's make sure we overflow the bounty of what we're experiencing right now into them and from them into our world. So thank you, O Spirit. Thank you, Father, Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters, saints, sages of all religions. Thank you so much for your presence with us this morning. We are so grateful. We are so surrendered. And so it is, and that is that. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for coming on. Aho. So be it. there's my there's my divine friend Sarah. Yeah. Thank you for your wonderful note yesterday, Cami G. Nice to see another goddess in a form. Oh my God. In a form right before my very eyes. Two divine beings with just glowing with the divine presence. Lynn, you had to join us right then. Perfect timing. Way to go. Yeah. And Lisa, yeah, I know you're there. Jim, I know you're there. Debbie, I know you're there. We'll be talking very shortly. And yeah, yeah, another amazing time together, wouldn't you say? It's all building. It's all building to something. You know that, don't you? It's all growing. We all are changing. We all are changing. We can't be in a vibration like this and not have it absorb into our DNA and restructuring us to back to our original architecture. How's that? How's that? Our original architecture. You, in other words, each of you are a masterpiece. You're a masterpiece. In case you have forgotten. So, yeah, back to your original architecture. You are a masterpiece. Thank you, my dears. Give my best to Mary, Alex, and enjoy your time there in Carolinas. And it's good to see you, my friend. And much love to you and everyone else. So we'll see you on the next day. The next day we continue this this absolute absorption in the divine presence. All right. All right. I'll be calling you now in just a few minutes here, Deb. I look forward to that. Cami, much love to you. Have the best day of your forever. You too, Sarah, Lynn, Lisa, Jim. Boy, we are lucky folks. Much love, y'all. Namaste. Much love.